the club.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another edition of the Club Cool podcast. I am your host, Barrett Dudley, and I am joined, as always, at the intersection of style and pop culture with Phil Battaglia on the other side here. Phil.
Hey, man.
Good to be back. We took a week off, had a nice 4th of July. Right? We've not been back since the 4th, I believe.
Is that right?
I think that's right. But it's all good, you know. It was time for a little chill, a chill sesh. And now we're back. We've got some listener questions today. We've got some other just random talking points that I wanted to hit on, and it's just good to be here in the lodge. You know,
Lot to talk about.
Yeah. Did you see? Speaking of the lodge, you see that video of the MTV Cribs booth?
Oh, I've seen the video.
That was producer Adam. He apparently put that one together.
These guys are good.
Which is it's shocking how accurate it is.
Yeah.
Because these guys are too young to have ever even seen
Right.
Cribs. How did they do that?
Internet, man.
The internet, yeah. But check it out. Check us out. We're on youtube.com/washmedia if you want to follow along with the videos. Let's see. Are you ready to just jump in? Should we just jump in, or I don't even know where to start today. We're just going to be all over the place.
Okay.
Let's. Here's where we'll start. I've got on these Nike shorts today, the nylon Nike shorts.
Let's see. Stand up for the camera.
Okay. All right. Here we go. See these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. These are when I did the shorts episode with Dave.
Yeah.
We zeroed in on a couple of pairs that were like very popular. By the way, if you have DM'd me or gotten after us about like where's our shorts episode about the e-waist, the elastic waist one, I should probably just rename the episode. It's the one with Dave from like a month or two ago. And I think I actually called it like back on our bullshit because we also talked a lot about on running shoes.
Okay.
Which Bill Murray spotted at Cannes at the premiere of the Wes Anderson film.
Wore those to the premiere?
Had some on running shoes on. So do with that what you will, you know. Take that and digest it and you know, that's all I'm saying is that he was Bill Murraying in a pair of on sneakers. A lot of great looks out at Cannes, by the way. You know who was looking dapper was let me see if I can find this. Not a guy that we typically think of as far as like stylish celebrities, but man, Matt Damon was crushing.
Really?
On the red carpet here. Let me pull up his little look here. But while I pull this up, anyway, these Nike shorts very, very popular. Nike is churning them out in all sorts of solid colors. They're 100% nylon. They do not have like a brief lining. They are lined with mesh on the inside, but no underwear style lining.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the inside of the
Yes.
fabric is mesh lined.
Yeah,
but it's not a. There's no
Not like a
underwear.
swimsuit.
Yeah, there's not. It's not like a swimsuit lining. Yeah.
What
and
sizes are those?
Those are a small. These are a small. I have a small. They're great. They're very comfortable. They go with a lot, but I feel very, very like I'm trying to be young. and
like a TikToker.
A little bit, because that's the, you know, it's a pretty short inseam. Now not like crazy short like some of the stuff that we see out there.
What are those? What's the inseam?
Like 6.
Oh, good. That's perfect.
Yeah, something like that. But this past Sunday, I went out with some of our friends to watch the Euro final. Italia took on England. Were you big celebrating that?
Big time.
Yeah. It was tough. That was tough for England.
Sucks to suck.
I was supporting the lads, but we'll get to that. Anyway, I had on these shorts with Air Force Ones, and boy, that was next level. I really felt like it was good and bad because you know I was like, oh yeah, people probably think I'm 23.
Yeah. I bet you can get carded.
That's such a combo.
Mm-hmm.
But also I felt like that I shouldn't be wearing this. The only saving grace, I had on like no-show socks, which a 23-year-old would never.
Never.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but that's one kind of weird thing about these. The other thing is that they've got the Nike logo, and it's not just the swoosh, but it's like the Nike sportswear logo with the Nike the Nike text sitting on top of the swoosh. And I know the young guns out there, way more free and with the wearing multiple sportswear brands at once.
Right. Yeah.
And
that's why you had to go Nike in the air. Well, you have Vans on.
Vans. We were talking a little bit about this in the Discord as well, but like Vans, I think are a gray area.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't wear like Nike logo socks with Vans. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I definitely I will not wear New Balance shoes with these shorts.
Yeah.
It's not a barrier that I can break.
Right.
But I think the youths, they're just,
they don't care.
They're more. I think they still have the like no mixing Adidas and Nike.
Okay.
That's the one that you can't touch. But I think all other bets are off, and it's the Wild West out there, and I don't know. I don't know. So
You think they would do like Puma shirt, Nike shorts, and then some sort of footwear that's...
I think they would do Nike shorts, Nike socks, New Balance shoes.
Nothing up top.
Or Nike socks, or Nike shorts, Nike socks, Vans.
Yeah.
I don't know about up top. I don't know.
Shirtless.
Yeah, to do a TikTok.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think I've cracked the TikTok like code, by the way.
All right.
Okay, here's what it is. It's 80s hair metal. That's where you get the glamour and like the makeup.
Right. Guys are doing makeup on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's either makeup or it's filters, but I'm pretty sure it's makeup.
Or both.
Nobody that's 19 years old has skin that flawless.
Right.
There's no way that all these people have perfect teeth and flawless skin at 20 years old.
Okay.
It's just not possible. I think they're wearing a little bit of male makeup, which is a burgeoning industry. if you've not caught on.
I haven't.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, not that I have any. I just know that it's a growing space.
Okay.
Okay. So it's the 80s hair metal piece of it, like the glamour,
the
showiness, the makeup, the little bit of the eyeliner, maybe a little lip.
Maybe a little
something,
lip.
a little lip, yeah. Then it's 90s heartthrob, like hair and dress style. So like Devon Sawa, JTT era.
JTT.
Ryder Strong, Boy Meets World. That's like the origin of the TikTok hair,
Can you pull up Devon Sawa?
And then a lot of the 90s clothing.
I think I know who this is, but I'm not sure.
Oh boy,
I have an idea.
Let's see. He's you probably know him really well from like the horror movie, the one where death's gonna get you no matter what.
I know what you did last summer.
No, what the hell is it? Final Destination.
Oh yeah, but wasn't he in that soccer flick?
Maybe. Let's see.
As a young lad. Look at him now. Looks like his nose has been jacked up.
See, this is. Look at that.
Yeah, see, that's not
where
who
the
I
hair
was
comes
thinking
from.
of. Okay.
This is not who you were thinking of?
No, but speaking of lads, on the England team, a lot of them look just like him with that butt cut, including the goalie.
Pickford. Yeah, he does have it. How about Grealish with the hairband?
Yeah.
Putting it all. That's a lad right there. Okay. So it's 80s, 90s, and then it's like 2000s or 90s hair, 2000s like dress, emo, like goth a little bit, Mm-hmm. Then let it all simmer in the pot for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
And then that's 2020. It's 80s, 90s, and 2000s combined into one. That's your 2020 young men.
Wow. Congrats.
I cracked it.
You really did it. Are you doing any TikToks?
No, man.
You haven't.
I haven't because, but that
you
is.
said you were going to.
Yes, and at the day job at Howler, we were implementing a new software system, which has added 8 hours of additional meetings plus like study time and homework that I got to do for this implementation.
What is it doing?
It's a product lifecycle manager. So it's like our database is
everything goes in.
Yeah, like all the styles, all the fabrics, all the trims. It's like this giant piece of machinery that like holds everything that we need to like churn out tech packs. Right now, that's all like a little bit more kind of makeshift with a combination of like Google Sheets, Google Drive, and like a shitload of emails.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to, this buttons it all up.
What did we have? Asana? Remember that?
That's Asana. That's more like a productivity thing.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah. That's
but
like,
it has the messaging and.
Yeah. But the PLM is more for data.
You know what that sounds like? Prime target for some ransomware.
Well, I don't even know what that is.
Ransomware?
What's...
See, this guy, he doesn't watch the news. I watch the news every night. He makes fun of me for watching the news. You don't know what ransomware is. It's when they're
going to steal the intellectual property and then ransom it?
They hack in. Okay, step one, hack in, take over your newfangled AI software.
Okay.
And now what is it called? They code everything to where you can no longer access it, and if you want to get into it again, you have to pay them a ransom. Otherwise, they're going to delete everything.
Okay. So it's just what it sounds like.
And I'll be doing that to Howler in the near future once I figure out how to do it.
Okay. Well, it sounds pretty clear.
It's a side hustle.
You just get some ransomware.
Which is actually how they do it. Literally. You can go online and like rent or buy like a little package.
Uh-huh. So it's like buying a bot for sneakers, basically.
Exactly.
And then
but much more lucrative.
Then you just run the .dmg file.
Done.
And done.
Take down Howler.
Ransom whoever you want.
Wow. You need to watch the news.
I can't. I'm not too worried about it.
That.
Yeah. Hey, look. Here's my boy Matt Damon. Tell me who this fit reminds you of.
Will DeFreeze.
Yes. Yeah. You got the Belgian loafers, the cropped pant. But look what he did with this shirt. This is next level, right? With these long sleeves, kind of cropped length.
Sopranos.
A little boxy. But it's like, yeah, a little bit. It's Will DeFreeze meets The Sopranos, put it in 2021, throw it on Matt Damon's ass, and there you have it. But I was impressed. Matt didn't pick this. He whipped up a stylist to get this look, I think.
You're in Cannes. You got to come correct.
That's exactly right.
Is it Cannes?
I think Entourage taught us that it's Cannes.
Okay.
But at Cannes, I don't know. I think it's Cannes. I'm pretty sure it's Cannes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did we get there? Oh, that's why I haven't done any more TikToks. Is because July has just been a beast of a month.
You don't have time for talking.
And I don't. Right. And that's the other thing is that Adam over here, he probably whipped up that Cribs video in like 15 minutes.
Right.
The one TikTok that I did that like was not pulls from this podcast took me 4 hours.
Yeah. I'd still be working on one. Editing stuff like that is my worst nightmare.
So it's like I need more practice, and it's just like it's hard to find the time to carve out because I know it's not going to go super smoothly for me. And I just in addition to learning this new PLM software, I need like another couple hours a week where somebody's training me on TikTok.
Yeah, you need to hire a productivity coach for that.
That'd be a good sketch. TikTok coach.
Yeah.
That's a free BSNL. Okay, there's another thing that I wanted to mention here with the shorts. We got some new uniform tees today. You got one sitting in front of you. They're dropping mesh shorts next week.
Nice.
Are you aware about the mesh shorts thing being such a huge
John
deal?
Elliott is a mesh shorts guy.
Mesh shorts guy. Eric Emanuel shorts are like selling out thousands of pairs at $100 a pop like every week. I'm
so drawn to the JE like big color bright stuff, and I knew I could never pull that off.
Yeah.
But I love them.
So uniform's got some solid colors that look great coming out real soon. This is a crazy one to me. We're living in a silo here, and we're just letting it wash over us that like mesh gym shorts are a thing. Mm-hmm. This is going to be one that we look back at and be like, why the fuck were we wearing PE shorts?
Yeah, why were we wearing sweatpants everywhere?
But sweatpants is like, at least they're like, you're not going to accidentally hang dong in a pair of sweatpants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the mesh shorts.
PE shorts.
It's like, I'm into it. I get it. It's just, it's really weird, and it's especially weird that John Elliott is like getting away with charging $200 for them.
Some designer. such a bogus comment, but I was just flipping through my Discovery feed or Instagram or whatever. Some show he put on. Regardless, he the last look is himself. Usually the designer comes out, waves.
Right. He got.
Yeah, and he's out.
Yeah.
He was in a PE, like when you're doing reds versus whites.
Like a penny?
Yes, like cropped.
John was?
No, some dude.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay,
I
okay.
cannot remember his name. But that I guarantee that's going to be a thing. He was wearing one of those with like an undershirt.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean,
the mesh stuff,
penny.
like mesh everywhere, along with like crochet. We've talked a little bit about this. The open knits are very anything with like an open weave that creates a little bit of sheerness. Is riding a wave right now.
Yeah.
And so I've seen everything from like mesh tanks to like mesh like football practice jerseys pop up. Mm-hmm. Cactus Plant Flea Market did like a Nike one, and then ERL that does those cut and sew spiral hoodies and like the puffers that are all like intricately patterned. They've got like a mesh football jersey thing right now. So yeah, I can see like that gym style lacrosse penny basically.
That's what it was, man.
Being a thing, man. That absolutely. And that again, like this
Comfortable.
It's comfortable, but everybody's just wearing mesh shorts all day long, and like I don't know, it's not going to stand this one's not going to stand the test of time. I'm just calling that one now. The nylon, it's like based in something that I think resonates a little bit more, which is it's like a little more outdoorsy, a little more hiking, a little bit more like just like all around active. Mm-hmm. I think that'll hold up a little bit better. By the way, you see what's going in right next to Nike? Big Aloe store. Aloe, ALO.
Is that the activewear?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's bold.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just plopping right down next to them.
Nike, Aloe, Hermes.
Hermes, yeah.
Perfect.
I like Aloe a lot. I like it a
Yeah.
lot when I see it on the ladies. I want to try some of their men's stuff.
And then you got Outdoor Voices across the street.
And then at OV across the street. Yeah.
Activewear corner.
That's right. Now, just to satisfy you, they just got to get a Reebok down in there. big Reebok guy over here.
Ever since they did the CrossFit collab, I was really all in. That and the UFC stuff.
All right, I wanted to circle back to the football match, the Euro Cup,
The soccer match.
the soccer match, Italy, England. The first thing is this was a lot of fun to watch.
Huh.
Just Euro Cup in general. I'm a big international soccer guy. I can't drill into like Premier League yet because I haven't got no attachment to anything. But I'm getting there. Austin FC has me like getting more into MLS, and then I'll watch international soccer all day long, especially when it's the European teams who are all awesome.
I was so glued.
You were what?
Glued.
Glued. Yeah.
I didn't watch like the first match of the tournament, but
Yeah.
I would say like the first.
After the round robin stage, like
No, I was in round robin.
Okay.
And then after that, I was like scheduling on my phone alerts and then when Italy made it that far, I loved every second of that.
Yeah.
The PKs is a tough way to.
Your favorite player is the bald guy? The one with like the really shitty like buzz cut, just like super patchy. He was awesome. I don't know if he
The
scored,
captain.
but yeah.
He's 36. He looks like he's like 42.
Yeah, he does.
No, dude. So I'm sure you're about to get into this, but like the Europeans make it just like they do F1. It's so nice. Everything is so nice. The coaching staff is in all Armani.
So the managers, these international soccer managers, put all other coaches in every other
Right.
sport to absolute shame.
Right?
They are all like tens, silver foxes, every last one of them, and they are just like decked out in like fine clothing.
They look great.
They look amazing.
Yeah.
They all have like perfect hair and like a little bit of scruff
Yeah.
and like great jewelry and watches and like supremely cut suits or casual or sportswear, whatever they're wearing.
Even the guys on the back
Um,
of the bench.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Assistants look
Yeah.
nice.
The German coach is especially
Mm-hmm.
that's my guy right there. He's a suave motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
But and obviously the players are all like kind of European style icons in their own right. You know what I mean? Like I think that I think definitely internationally, those guys are watched kind of like we watch the NBA players. You know, whether it's Ronaldo or Paul Pogba or Neymar or whoever else over there. Like, what that got me thinking of, though, and it kind of goes along with the mesh shorts, which kind of derived from basketball. Tennis and golf are also permeating style and fashion kind of perennially, I would say.
Yeah.
Like there's always, you know, we wear polos, right? That's a tennis thing. And golf has obviously become more and more fashionable, and there's all these upstart brands like Malbon and Wim that we've talked about. I don't feel like soccer has done that. Soccer has not like created trends in the way that like the other sports have.
Yeah.
And I think I feel like that's interesting. I'm surprised that they have it. You could probably find it if you looked for it. Like maybe these shorts are closer to Umbros than I'm giving them credit for. And I do think that the slim sweatpant was actually like a that shape, that silhouette, I think was maybe like a soccer warm up pant style. But more broadly, like I'm surprised that more like it's so international, it's so popular. Those guys are all such icons and celebrities and superstars. I just feel like soccer hasn't kind of infiltrated as much as you'd think that it might. Especially when basketball, tennis, golf kind of like always are.
You know what I noticed, and even at the Austin FC game is, and I just because I don't watch a lot of soccer, is that they wear long shorts, like almost over the knee.
I was noticing this as well.
Wouldn't you want something
really surprised with
short
that.
when you're doing these kind of?
I am very, very surprised
Yeah.
by that. Well, I mean, the NBA guys are wearing like shorter
Right.
shorts than the soccer players right now.
And they're not doing near as much
No,
physically.
they don't have to kick.
Usually not.
I like to kick, stretch, and kick. And I'm 50. So,
Good.
yeah.
Nobody's gonna get that.
No, nobody will. Yeah, but I was surprised to see the MLS guys with such long shorts as well.
One thing I really hate about soccer. What do you think that's gonna? I'm gonna say it's about the game itself.
The flopping?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough to watch.
My favorite part, and when I say my favorite, I'm doing air quotes here because I'm with you. It's pretty annoying the rolling around on the ground. Whatever the spray is.
I love the spray. I love the spray. I got to get some spray.
You got to get some spray. My question, it's such a clear cure-all.
Right.
It does so much.
Why is it not implemented?
Why haven't other sports?
Right.
Why doesn't the NFL just, when somebody tears an ACL on a brutal play, just get out there with the spray?
Is it Ben Gay and like an aerosol?
These guys are all, you know, they're shredding up tendons, aren't they? Every time
Sure.
they roll around.
Yeah.
Because they're so clearly so injured. But then the spray comes out. Shh.
Off they go.
Pop back up, ready to take a kick.
I would love to know.
So I asked our South African buddy. He says it's just compressed air.
Yeah.
It's like very cold compressed air,
Nice.
basically.
You need that.
So
It's like a quick ice pack.
yeah, right. I guess so. But they got to get the spray in other sports.
Yes.
I need to see the spray come out in like an NFL game.
I could use some right now. I got some real gnarly lower back pain. I'm like an old man over here.
Well, you know what, Phil? I'm just going to use that as a perfect little segue because we got a great sponsor today.
Who?
A new sponsor that could probably help you out. Today's show is brought to you by Feels CBD.
Oh, perfect.
And that's a better way to feel better.
Yes.
That's premium CBD, keeps your head clear, helps you feel your best. It's kind of good for everything. Anxiety, pain, sleeplessness. Specifically for me, I like to feel CBD. I need a little bit of it before I go see any type of medical professional.
Oh, true.
You know?
Yeah.
I get a little white coat syndrome.
A little.
And that's one of the times when I feel most anxious.
Uh-huh.
Feel CBD, calms me right down.
Perfect.
It's just, and it's like, it's great because it's like, you you know that it's happening, you know that it's working, but it's not like it is not some type of overwhelming sensation.
Yeah.
It's just premium stuff. It naturally helps reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness, like I just mentioned. You just place a few drops of Feels under your tongue, feel the difference within minutes. Feels is also perfect if you're new to CBD. I've never had to experiment with any other brands because Feels was my first and my only and my last. It's just it works. I like it. They have a nice little starter pack. You can get a membership that kind of delivers it. The starter pack is nice because it's going to give you like some options for the dosage.
Yeah, nice.
So you get to try like a little 500 and then like 1,000 and like a 2,500. So you can kind of dial in how much works for you for whatever you need it for. So, I mean, for you, Phil.
I need that.
Start feeling better with Feels. Become a member today by going to feels.com/clubcool, and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's FEALS.com/clubcool to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. Feels.com/clubcool. A couple more things about it. They have a free CBD hotline to help guide your personal experience. So if you don't want to do all the experimentation on your own, you don't have to. Just dial in, get a CS guy on the phone, knows exactly what they're talking about, dedicated to making sure you get the best use of your CBD. It's an awesome natural stuff. No hangover, no addiction, very easy to use. Go check them out. Once again, that's feels.com/clubcool. Automatically get 50% taken off your first order with free shipping. All right, let's jump back in, Phil. Where were we? Talking about soccer, talking about mesh shorts. Oh, a couple of TV things I wanted to touch on. You guys got a new doc out. Have you? Roadrunner.
We might go see it at Alamo.
It's in theaters.
Yeah.
I think that's the only place you can see it right now. Do you know if that is that?
I don't know.
Am I accurate?
Yeah, I think it is
at Draft House. I did see you can get times at Draft House to go see it.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
All in.
I think
Tony Bourdain is who we're talking about here.
Anthony Bourdain. Yes. I think I mentioned that. Maybe I didn't. I'm not a Bourdain guy. Like, not saying I dislike him. I just have never really tuned in to Parts Unknown or No Reservations. But one of the things that keeps bubbling up is I was just at a dinner last night and people were talking about his like first book.
Yeah.
The one where he really what is it, Kitchen Confidential? Where he like really like pulls back the curtain.
Yeah.
On the scene.
I can't believe he was the first person to really do that.
Yeah, but I feel like I really want to see this documentary. He feels like a person that I need in my life. People have nothing but amazing things to say about this man. But I feel, do I need to start with the book? Or should I just jump right in?
I've never read the book.
No. Okay.
I'm not a big reader unless it has something to do with wine.
Yeah.
But start with No Reservations. That's where I would start. That's the old Tony smoking packs and packs of cigarettes.
Okay. I don't know if it's a No Reservations or a Parts Unknown. But one of the best episodes ever is apparently the Houston one.
Yeah, that's Parts Unknown.
Parts Unknown.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's done two. One with No Reservations and then one more recently.
Gotcha.
But he was with Slim Thug.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Shouts to H-Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He cruises with him to a few different places and checks out some slabs.
Yeah. Classic Houston stuff.
Tony, get in. You won't regret it.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to touch on that, and then I would be remiss to not mention this new Gossip Girl show. Are you a Gossip Girl fan?
No, but Ashley is, and she started it. She loves it.
The new one.
The new one.
Okay.
She finished the old one.
Have you seen any of the old one?
Just when she has it on.
She has it on. You see. Okay.
I can't watch that.
A little too.
It's too stupid.
Too stupid. Yeah. Okay. So. Old Gossip Girl has been, over the years, recommended to me many times as a, like, kind of a time capsule of the era's, like, style. These people are all of these teens are phenomenally dressed. The
Yeah.
wardrobes were all coming from like Bloomingdale's and Barney's and like local, like, you know, it's very like upscale fashion New York stuff. And it's something that I have heard that the new one very much carries on. And I think that is it. I'm sure that I would be interested in that part of it. I love anything where New York is a character, like is a major piece of the show. And you know, I cannot help myself with like, you know, watching rich people on screen. Basically, that is a pretty fun experience. There's this new White Lotus on HBO, just started this past Sunday. It's like, you know, it's a bunch of privileged people hanging out at a resort in Hawaii and like dealing with problems, and like I love that shit. So I definitely feel the need to tune into this at almost at the very least, just to see what everybody is wearing.
Yeah, like Succession.
Like Succession, yeah,
Same type of allure,
but
much better.
I also just find the whole concept. It's. I think you watch Gossip Girl, and I'm talking about the old one, and it's a little bit, you feel like you have to suspend disbelief because you're watching like 16, 17-year-olds like go to clubs and bars and all that type of stuff. But I think that is actually an experience for that echelon of society in New York City. I think that if you are like an Upper East or Upper West Sider, like going to these ritzy ass private schools, that you really are at like the Soho House when you're 17 drinking martinis.
Incredible.
New York is. We've got some New York listeners. The metrics tell me that. So if anybody like has some insight, definitely holler at us and let me know. But I have heard anecdotally that is there's at least some grain of truth to that, which I find interesting.
Very.
Just because it's.
I couldn't handle that.
But you can make the connection, right? Because like we were in high school as well. Like we obviously partied and there was drama between friend groups and relationships and all that. And it's just like you add like gobs and gobs of money into like the best city in the country. And it's like you kind of can see how that how this stuff shakes out. Anyway, I'm looking forward to checking out the new Gossip Girl, and I hope that it kind of gives me some style stuff, some style inspo.
It's on HBO Max?
It's on HBO Max, yeah.
So they don't drop full seasons on that, right? They do episode by episode?
I believe that's correct. Yeah, and I think they've toyed with various release methods on HBO Max, but I think they're mostly doing that type of like either one a week or like drop 3 and then it's one a week and stuff like that. So we'll see. Laura's been watching the old one.
Yeah.
And I'm like you. I am not exactly watching it, but I'm adjacent to watching it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'm picking up what it's putting down, and you know, it's not totally my cup of tea, but I do understand its significance and why people like it. And I can't hate, because the last piece of TV that I wanted to talk about is Too Hot to Handle.
Fuck.
On Netflix.
Yeah. I've seen one episode of that.
Is just a absolute guilty pleasure. Phenomenal reality show. Just in you know, Bachelor Nation just continues to like fall off a cliff for me. Like it's just getting worse and worse every season, less enjoyable. But fortunately, there are shows like Too Hot to Handle to pick up the slack.
Oh yeah, because they really take the ball and run with it, don't they? They're great.
They do that because here's the thing, that it's one of the problems with Bachelor, and when I say Bachelor, I just mean all the shows right now. They've gotten far too self-serious.
Yeah, like they're falling in love.
This is supposed to be like mindless, dumb entertainment.
Right.
We're here to watch hot idiots make bad decisions, get into fights, maybe fall in love, say stupid things, act a fool on camera. And it's like now, like over the last few years, like it's just gotten so caught up in itself and in the issues with the show, and in modern day, you know, conversations about race and society and sex and all that type of stuff. And it's like Too Hot to Handle just goes back to the basics. Put a bunch of dumb idiots on a retreat.
Have Alexa host it.
And then just let them do let them be idiots. And it's brilliant. And you end up falling in love with the characters anyway. My point was, there are a lot of British people on Too Hot to Handle. Another piece of what makes it great. You know,
that one dude has been plucked right out of like a TikTok video.
Cam. Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah.
And even the Brits now, Phil, all have perfect teeth. We're coming full circle here.
Right. Those aren't their teeth, though.
But
when you get that cash, like you said, you're going veneers.
I'm not. So no, that's the last piece here before
H2.
that's the last piece here before we get into some listener questions. Is any awesome people that have cosmetic dentistry recs? Throw those at the DMs. Throw those in the Discord. I don't think I need because I'm not. I need this to happen, Phil. So I'm not waiting for veneers. I just need a little I just need a little bonding. I just need a little dental bonding, some whitening. I just need to fill out a couple of teeth, and get these chompers looking right.
Just one big tooth on the top.
I can't. I just look. I'm a vain person. I cannot keep watching all these TV shows. It's every single day. It's perfect teeth in my face all day long, and it's like, you know.
And therein lies the problem with that show.
I get, you know.
There's
already an episode where the girls talk about like how it's so hard to find tall guys to date. I got to deal with that. And it's
you can get lifts. And you should lift.
And I need like an 8-inch lift. They got those
stilts.
I cannot take it anymore. I might have to bust open the piggy bank here, Phil, for some cosmetic dentistry.
Great. See, this is what happens when you watch these shows. Alexa's hosting.
Surely there is. Let's just get sponsored
by one of the local
cosmetic dentistry people.
See, now you're onto something.
I'll film it. I'll put it. I'll make a TikTok about it, even if it takes me 4 hours. And
I'm sure the boys could help.
And they're that's really. I'm just gonna start. Maybe I'll just start tagging them on the gram. Add me on the gram.
Yeah, you can't even find the button. This guy.
Add me on the gram.
There we go.
That was probably,
that hit perfect.
That was probably way too loud. Yeah, my timing was impeccable.
And then you need Capital Chevrolet to come through with an H2.
Yeah. Well, the new one.
No,
the new
one.
Get
an H2.
Yeah, I want you H2.
H2 with like 36-inch rims. And your veneers.
Yeah.
And your bowl cut.
Mm-hmm.
And your short shorts and your Air Force
and
Ones.
My Air Force Ones, dude. I'm gonna be 25 in no time.
Your makeup too. You gotta have a little.
Just a little lip.
Yeah, a little lip and some pearls. You got the shades. Why don't you? Come on.
What, you just wear them?
Put them on.
No, I don't need to do that. Are you ready to jump into some listener questions? Okay, here we go. I won't name names on this first one. I won't name names on any of them. We gotta protect our listeners here. I don't want to expose anybody.
Okay.
Here we go. My girlfriend likes to buy me clothes that I don't like and never wear. How do I nicely tell her to save her money? Do I suck it up and wear a trash fit? Do I try to return it and hope she doesn't notice? What's this guy do, Phil?
Hang on 1 second.
You got to close the deal?
No, I just missed a meeting.
Oh.
Go ahead. You start.
I'll start.
Finish.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll start.
Sorry.
I'll start. Let's see. This depends a little bit. First and foremost, I think it depends on how long you've been together with said girlfriend. If it's a relatively new relationship, then I think the move is to suck it up and a bit. I don't want to encourage you to wear a trash fit, but suck it up and wear what she's buying you, and just find the right occasions for it where like you'll be less seen. So like maybe don't necessarily wear it to a party, but like if you guys are going to go out to see a movie that nobody can see and it's a dark movie for 2.5 hours, like, right? Like,
yeah. Wait, she bought him a trash fit and he wants to.
The girlfriend is buying clothes that he for him that he does not like and does not want to wear.
Yeah.
And what is he supposed to do with this situation?
Yeah. Depends on how bad, I guess, right?
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like it doesn't. Like if you don't want to wear it, then you don't want her to waste the money on it, and you don't want him to deal with the problem of like, what do I do with this stuff? But what I'm saying here is that like early in the relationship, I think you have to suck it up. If you've been together for a year plus, I would say, that's when I think you just have the hard conversation. And you just, the key to having this conversation is to blame yourself.
Yeah, right.
It's all about how like, I'm just really, it's hard to find the right size for things. I'm just really picky with like the clothes and like what colors I like and what I want to wear. And you know, just talk about how like it's all on you basically. These are really nice, thoughtful gifts, but you don't want her to spend money on stuff that you're not going to wear, and you're just and you're kind of a picky asshole, and that hopefully that does it.
Great gesture, thank you so much. But I can't. I'm an idiot for liking what I like.
It's also. I could never get Laura to buy me stuff off lists. I can't do it. Like, and it's also,
No.
and if you are a clothes guy like me, like if you're buying a lot of your own clothes and you are a picky person, she kind of eventually got that like she wasn't going to have luck just like picking stuff for me. And I'm already like filling my clothing needs by myself. So it's not something that she needed to necessarily contribute to. And so I think just as the relationship develops over time, that conversation becomes easier and also just more abundantly clear to her that like you're pretty specific with what you wear and she can't just be buying you a bunch of random stuff that you don't actually like.
Yeah.
As a gift giver, I would also much rather a gift be returned for something that will be worn than given, received, and then stuffed in a drawer. Because I notice you never wear, like if you never wear it, I know you didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to waste my money. I don't like get something that you want to wear. Like it's still, you're still turning the thought into a personal possession that like, you know, I can live with the fact that I didn't pick right. I would just like you to have something that you like.
Yeah.
And if you know, she should understand that, even if her feelings are a little bit hurt at first. So, anything to add?
No, you got it.
Okay. You clear up that meeting issue?
Yeah.
All good?
That was forgot about that. Little Zoom call.
Well, we're nearing the end here. All right. Here's one. Am I too late on Birkenstocks at this point?
I don't think so. Not the white ones. Everybody seems to be wearing those to the pool. And around.
The what do you mean the white ones?
The white,
like the plasticky ones, the
Yeah.
EVA ones? Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong on that?
No. Those are popular. The EVA, they're like $45. You're definitely not too late on Birkenstocks, I don't think. Not as far as like the trend goes. They're definitely still popular. This is personal preference. So hope you know, take this with a grain of salt. I don't like Birkenstock Arizonas on guys.
Which one is that?
That's the 2-strap one.
Yeah.
It's the one that they make in the EVA. It's totally fine. I would wear them as like a pool or beach sandal. They seem really effective and really, you know, it's a great water shoe, basically, especially if you want to slide in, slide out. They read feminine to me, and I like them a lot better when I see them on women than when I do on men.
Yeah.
So it like my recommendation, I like the Boston a lot better, the full clog. And then there's also one that I want to say is called the Zurich, which is a open toe, but it's like the double strap like comes over another whole piece of leather. And so you don't have that like it's that 2-strap gap that makes it read like a little dainty or something. And so when you make it more of like that like a slide almost, but it still has straps.
The open toe.
And an open
Doesn't
toe.
Sakai, John Mayer used to always wear those.
So the Visfum Cristo is like that. It's like it's like a classic Japanese style sandal.
Yeah.
And so Birkenstock does one. Let's see if I can pull it up here. That has that. Yeah, here we go.
You like John Mayer's new album?
I have not listened to it. Doesn't it come out? When does it come out?
I'm just going off the single.
Oh, I like the single.
It's a good one, huh?
John can do no wrong at this point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Here's the Zurich, which just is like, without that big gap, I just like it better. So that's my pick, along with the Boston Clog, which is for sure my favorite. These are the Arizona, very, very popular. A lot of dudes rock them and pull them off. It's just not my cup of tea. Mm-hmm. But you're definitely not too late on Birkenstocks. Okay, here we go. What's up, cool kids? How do we feel about bourbon collections and hunting for hard-to-find liquor? It's a pretty intense underground market for secondary sales. Also, it's all word of mouth. Hunting for bottles, got to be at the right place at the right time. Haven't heard a seggy on the Bourbon Boyz, so wanted to ask.
I love that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Let's see. I think I got a follow-up here. There are private... by the way, this question, when he talked about the intense underground market, reminded me of Zoolander, when Derek says, "You want to see the real modeling, the one they don't talk about in the magazines and the television shows," and then he takes her to the walk-off. That's the feeling I'm getting. I feel like you're taking me to the bourbon walk-off.
Yeah.
But he followed up because I asked him a little bit more about it. He said there's private Facebook groups, big swapping areas, Facebook Marketplace. There's just like trading. There's Reddit forums. And then he and with other people that do this, they host bourbon nights, tasting special bottles, unique finds, all this type of stuff. Great hobby.
Yeah,
totally. I know that we focus more on wine here typically because that's what Phil's been interested in. But I think this type of stuff it's certainly more interesting and more fun than like collecting baseball cards to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot more money in it.
I get all the emails over the course of the pandemic. I spent enough money at Total Wine to where like I leveled up on their VIP list or whatever. Yeah. And now I get all their concierge emails about limited edition stuff that they're releasing. Mm-hmm. And the ones that I've almost pulled trigger on a couple times are when they come out with like this like something super limited edition out of Japan. Yeah. Which is usually some type of crazy, barrel aged something or other, bourbon or whiskey or who's it, what's it. Yeah. So I'm very into this. My bourbon thing is I almost never get it or order it in the summer. It's very seasonal to me. Mm-hmm. So fall, winter rolls around and it's like, yeah, I'm all about it. But that is, I think that's specifically why I'm not like, why I might not fall into the category of a bourbon boy.
I'm not. So I just can't drink a lot of it. Just like anybody, you can't drink a lot of it. But I guess if you're doing little sips, little tastings, then you can really get into that. Just like you could with wine. I mean, it's this similar type of. So I bought a bunch of bourbon books too before I got on this wine journey. Mm-hmm. I never cracked them. And I would like to, though, because it is very interesting. A lot of my friends are in that world. One of them's a distiller for Western Sun. And just to hear him talk about the process and, like... So his cousin gave me a bottle of Weller, 12-year-old Weller, for his wedding. It was in his wedding, and that apparently is a rare bottle. And that is so fucking strong. Like, we tried to make old fashions with it one night. You had to pour it out. I had no idea what I was doing. But
so you wasted a bunch of Weller?
But on its own, it's really good, really nice. But you just have to take it slow.
Sip it.
Yeah, but I can see, just like anything, you can get hooked on this stuff. And like once you go down that rabbit hole of having totally that bottle, I want to try that. I've heard a lot about that. And one thing that I want to get into that they did away with, obviously, during the pandemic is like these bottle swaps where everybody brings 1 to 2 different bottles of something, opens them, and you can taste. That's just a massive tasting of a bunch of different things.
Yeah. Is there anything in the wine game? Is there any of that like where like you got to be at the right place at the right time to like pick up a certain bottle.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I've never really gotten into, just mainly because I haven't had hardly any of it, the old stuff, the old like 80s and 70s and even 90s.
I don't, I'm not educated enough to say, but one thing that I think could be cool about like collecting and doing this with bourbon as opposed to rum, with bourbon or rum as opposed to wine, is that I feel like wine gets super expensive super quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond just like buying a nickel and nickel or a silver oak or whatever for $120, it's like once you do get into the the big four French vineyards or whatever, you want a Chateau Petrus or from 1984, like we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And let's say you do come across a bottle of that, you buy it, you open it, it's like, and you're sharing it, we're talking 4 glasses basically.
Yeah, and another thing, there's a really good chance that it's totally fucked.
That it's not even any good anymore.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you have to really know what you're doing, storing something for that long.
So even if you get into bourbon that's $1,000 a bottle, that bottle's going to go a lot longer.
Oh, absolutely. Right?
Which is a nice piece of it.
Yeah, and it's high alcohol content, so it'll last longer.
You get to savor a little bit more, whereas wine is so I feel like it's so fleeting.
Yeah.
So, good
Bourbon
hobby,
Boys.
good hobby, fun hobby. Shouts to all the Bourbon Boys out there, and I'm glad you guys are able to meet back up in person at this point. And
I have a King Griffey Jr. rookie card that I'll trade you for a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle.
Okay.
Anybody that's out
Is
there.
that rookie card graded though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I graded it.
Graded it.
It's A+.
11 out of 10.
Yeah.
Gem mint. What this reminds me of when the right place, right time. Do you remember when Austin Beer Works did the 100-pack of Peacemaker?
Awesome.
Ale.
Awesome.
And they just like dropped it around at like various like liquor stores and convenience stores around, and you had to hunt those things down. I was not able to cop, but
very cool. You show up to a party with one of those. Yeah.
Popular guy right there. Yeah. Dude, I mean, that type of hunt, that type of drop, that gets the fiends going, man. That's
I'm into it.
It's good business. Okay, here's one. I love y'all's input and views and want that for suiting. Suits for work. I'm a lawyer, so suits are an office staple. And social, nights out, nice dinners, etc. So much other content around the topic is from gent or gentleman accounts and feels way too try hard. What's your suit outlook at the moment? I know neither of us really have almost any opportunity to wear, but
I'm looking for one. I'm looking for a suit right now. I would rather find just a nice blazer, just some sort of top that's not necessarily unstructured completely, but I don't want like big shoulder pads and a lot of structure. Looking for that. Sid Mashburn is the first thing that comes to mind, but that's super high. I mean, blazers are $1,000.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that there's kind of like American suiting has kind of historically been like a little bit of a blend from British tailoring and Italian tailoring, and the British is a little bit more like structured and shouldered, and very kind of luxe is not the word I'm looking for but all the fabrics are pretty luxe, but it's like it's that you think of Savile Row and it is that like 3-piece expensive like very professional looking tailoring, and then on the Italian side it's like a little bit more cotton and a little bit more linen and slightly brighter colors and indigos and less structure, hugs the body in a little bit more of a casual nature. And I think kind of like you're saying, it's like suiting has become so few and far between for most of us that I think that more Italian side of the tailoring spectrum where it's all like a little structure is okay, but you definitely don't want that. I think suits that work the best, and Sid Mashburn is a great option for this, are the ones that take you from that work really well in the office, but then like are great for dinners out as well. And that's tough to find because sometimes the suits that you want for social stuff are maybe a little too flashy or a little too casual or a little too flavorful for the office. But regardless, I think it's that more comfortable, softer tailoring.
Yeah.
Is kind of what I'm after. And as far as fit, I think we're in a really great space for the fit of suits right now because it's a pretty middle ground, I feel like. Mm-hmm. As we've ventured away from the super skinny everything, and a lot of the more fashiony stuff we're seeing is very boxy and more relaxed. It's like the suits for the regular people out there, it's like what looks great is just a nice slim tailored cut. It doesn't need to be like super tapered or skinny at the ankle anymore, and it doesn't have to be super pinched at the waist so that it creates that like taut look across your chest. Like that's not really what we're in the market for anymore. And then on top of that, it's like you also don't. I don't feel the need to like the hashtag menswear dandy era stuff. Like where you have to like zhuzh up your suit. It's like just get a good suit and let the suit talk.
Right.
Get a nice shirt and let that shirt work under your suit. Mm-hmm. But you can kind of throw away all like the lapel pins and the tie bars and the poofy pocket squares and the funky socks and like the colored laces in your wingtips and like all that type of stuff. That all the flair, all of the peacocking around like suiting is kind of gone too.
Yeah.
Like get the best suit you can afford, get it tailored in a way that makes you feel really good and really comfortable. Get nice white dress shirts and then I think you can play with office is subtle silk tie, nice lace up shoes. Dinner is unbuttoned dress shirt and the loafers, right? So it's like I think you can use those pieces to differentiate between business and and pleasure, essentially. But I love the idea of finding a suit that works for both, and then focusing on those essential pieces of the rig, and not worrying so much about playing with all the
maintain the rig,
the accessorizing. Yeah.
If I was an attorney that was doing well, I would go nuts with suits.
Yeah.
I could see myself really going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because back in the day,
flying to Atlanta, going straight to Sid Mashburn, or I guess there's one in Dallas.
Yeah.
Right?
But but you can go forever and ever to Ralph Lauren suiting. You could in Sid Mashburn even. Not all Armani suiting is like super, super high, the highest of high end.
Yeah, you don't have to spend $5,000 on to get Armani.
But you could just go fucking crazy with that stuff.
Yeah. The one issue with this, and I'm actually not sure where that listener was based, but we get about this to this point in the season, and it's like even thinking about wearing a suit like makes me sweat.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, and that's that I feel like that holds the fact that I feel like we have like 4 months here where even wearing a suit is comfortable.
Yeah.
Also kind of holds me back from investing in something like that. We like the brand Amélie Andor here. They collaborate with Drake's. Drake's is another brand that I think is probably a good spot to find that kind of in between suiting where you can find something a little bit more unique, maybe a color that is that's not navy or charcoal, that still has like enough kind of polish to it that it can work in an office setting and then also be great for a social setting.
Didn't you have good things to say about Suit Supply?
Yeah, I don't own anything from Suit Supply,
I thought you
but
did.
I recommend it all the time, and everybody that I've ever sent there has had a great experience.
Really?
Yeah. So also well priced.
Yeah.
And that's another that I'm glad you brought that up. I think I forget about it because we've talked about Suit Supply many, many times on this podcast, and I constantly recommend it. But wide range of suits as well. Like they're doing everything from like, you know, you looking like you're getting off the yacht at Cannes for your premiere, big peak lapels and like striped linen or whatever you want. And then also are offering stuff that's great as like if you need an interview suit, you know, you need a wedding suit, something really traditional and kind of basic. They got the whole gamut. So that's
I bet they do tailoring there too. Right?
And they do, right. That's kind of the thing is that like you go into a Suit Supply, they will put the sizes on you and then they are tailoring in house as well.
That's
At
good.
least that's what it was pre-Pandy. So
I like that.
yeah. Yeah, J. Crew.
Yeah.
Still does a bunch of the Ludlow stuff that I think you can make work. And so those are two options that I know we've talked about a lot, but both
Priced right.
both classics for a reason and priced right for sure. If you're not looking to drop Armani bucks just yet.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we're over an hour here, so we can
leave?
We can leave. We'll save the rest of the questions for next time. Hey, thank you to our sponsor today, Feels. Really, really wonderful CBD product.
I need some.
Go check it out. Again, feels.com/clubcool. You will get 50% off of your first order and free shipping. Great stuff. You do not need to look any further for your CBD needs there. And then check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/clubcool. We have 2 tiers to choose from. Got some great new editorial coming your way. Phil just sent me a couple things that he's picked up recently that he is super into, right?
Yeah.
Really good stuff. You got to stay tuned.
One more on the way.
To hear what they are. But you can get all that at patreon.com/clubcool. And of course, follow us on Instagram at clubcoolpod. Thank you everybody for listening. Thanks to producer Adam. We will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.